Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Oracle Pinnacle, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of mythology, folklore, and the supernatural. Today, we're exploring four mysterious entities: jinn, demons, ghouls, and ghosts. We'll uncover their origins, abilities, how they're portrayed across cultures, and their deeper spiritual meanings. So let's get started. Origins and cultural context. First up, the jinn. Originating from pre-Islamic Arabian beliefs and later integrated into Islamic theology, jinn are spiritual beings created from smokeless fire. They're mentioned throughout the Quran, embodying free will to do good or evil, much like humans. The idea of demons is widespread across different cultures and religions, including Christianity, Judaism, and various pagan traditions. In Christian theology, demons are often seen as fallen angels who rebelled against God, led by Satan. They are inherently malevolent and often associated with tempting humans into sin and damnation. The concept of the ghoul originates from ancient Arabian folklore and later became incorporated into Islamic mythology. Ghouls are often depicted as desert-dwelling, demon-like creatures that can change shape. They are known for grave robbing, eating human flesh, and luring unwary travelers to their demise. Ghosts, or spirits, are believed to be the souls or spirits of dead people that can appear to the living. The belief in ghosts spans many cultures worldwide, with varying interpretations. In Western culture, ghosts are often seen as manifestations of the deceased, who linger on Earth because of unfinished business or to convey a message from the afterlife. Nature and abilities. Jinn can be good, evil, or neutral, much like humans, and possess supernatural powers, such as shape-shifting, invisibility, and immense strength. Live in a parallel world to humans and have their own societies. Their interactions with humans range from malevolent to benevolent. Demons are generally considered evil, harmful, and are inherently destructive. They possess dark magical powers and the ability to possess and corrupt humans, striving to invert the moral order and promote chaos, tasked with leading humans away from righteousness. Ghouls are less about spiritual corruption and more about physical horror. They can morph their appearance to lure victims and are known for their strength and deadly tactics. Traditionally depicted as flesh-eating beings that haunt cemeteries and desolate places. Known for their ability to shapeshift, often taking the form of animals or humans to deceive their victims. Ghosts typically lack a physical form, making them harmless physically but impactful emotionally. They can cause temperature drops, emit eerie sounds, or appear visually to communicate with or haunt the living. Often portrayed as haunting specific locations, objects, or people, either out of attachment or seeking resolution. Cultural representation. In Middle Eastern folklore, jinn are popular characters in stories like 1001 Nights, depicted in complex moral narratives. In the West, they're often simplified as magical beings granting wishes through lamps or rings. They are complex characters and can be either protagonists or antagonists. Demon figures appear in numerous religious texts and mythologies, often as adversaries in cosmic or spiritual battles. In literature and media, they are commonly depicted as villains or forces of challenge, such as in Dante's Inferno or modern horror films. In popular culture, ghouls have evolved from desert legends to generic monsters in horror genres, often depicted as zombie-like creatures that feast on the dead and the living. Ghouls are featured prominently in Middle Eastern folklore and horror fiction. They are also popular in modern horror genres, often portrayed as monstrous and predatory creatures. Ghosts have been central to ghost stories and psychic tales, used to explore themes of tragedy, injustice, and the emotional bonds that transcend death. They are a staple of ghost stories and supernatural fiction across various cultures, from the phantoms of European tales to the vengeful spirits of Asian horror stories. They appear in a multitude of forms and storylines, often used to explore themes of grief, guilt, and the afterlife. Spiritual and emotional significance. Spiritually, jinn remind us of the dual nature of beings, capable of both righteousness and wickedness. In Islamic culture, jinn are considered part of the unseen world and are subject to God's judgment and the afterlife, similar to humans. They can be worshipped, feared, or respected. Demons represent the eternal struggle between good and evil within religious doctrines, often serving as warnings against moral decay and the consequences of turning away from spiritual truths. In Christian contexts, demons are often seen as a direct challenge to the divine order and as entities to be exorcised and defeated through spiritual means, such as prayer and sacraments. While primarily creatures of horror, ghouls embody cultural fears surrounding death and the taboo of grave desecration, reminding us of the physical realities of death and decay. Ghouls in folklore do not usually hold any spiritual significance beyond their role as grave desecrators and omens of death. They are more connected to the physical aspect of post-mortem decay and the cultural taboos surrounding death. Ghosts reflect deep-seated emotional states, like guilt, remorse, or attachment, showcasing the enduring impact of human relationships. Ghosts often carry significant emotional or spiritual messages. They might embody societal fears about death and the unknown, or they can represent unresolved issues such as justice or remorse. That wraps up our journey into the eerie world of jinn, demons, ghouls, and ghosts. Each of these beings holds a mirror to our deepest fears and cultural beliefs, whether they haunt us from dusty deserts or the very edges of the afterlife. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content like this. Until next time, keep exploring the shadows.